One of the things that the Chinese Communist Party regime in Beijing has been very good at doing recently is pointing out or trying to argue that anybody who criticizes China is racist. They're engaging in racism. I think they've studied the conversations around racism and how accusations on social media to that effect abound. They've said, this is a good thing that we can do, we can use to stop people from criticizing a lot of the policies that we're doing. Don't play into their propaganda, though. Pretty obvious what they're doing there, isn't it? Well, I don't know. Justin Trudeau seems to be playing into their propaganda. Conservative MP Candice Bergen, she asked a question in the House of Commons of the Prime Minister the other day, talking about were Canadian research secrets being shared with the People's Liberation Army and what that means for national security issues and so forth. A very important conversation to be had. Wherever the conversation goes, we got to talk about those issues more. And a lot of national security experts from a whole lot of countries are talking about those very concerns. What did Trudeau do? Did he address the issue? No, of course he didn't. He actually talked about a rise in anti-Asian racism and suggested that Candice Bergen's question may in fact be playing into all of that. So, do not be racist was basically his response to her when she asked a question about national security issues related to China's military and China's government. What on earth is going on here? Look, folks, I take great interest in what's happening in China right now, and I don't care what some guy who can never find China on a map has to say about what's going on in China. I care about people who know what's happening on the ground in China. I care about what they have to say, their insights on the issues. And there's a lot of people from all walks of life who are experts on China, but there's also a lot of people from Taiwan, from Hong Kong, from mainland China, who have a lot of insights on what's happening on the ground in China and a lot of concerns. And they are ringing the alarm bells, as in some of the people in Canada who are most critical of the Chinese government, the regime, Xi Jinping, the Chinese Communist Party. They are persons of Asian heritage themselves, or persons from China, or their parents were from there, and so forth. And we should be really respecting those people's voices and listening to what they have to say. And would the Prime Minister dare accuse them of being racist? I mean, it's a question that must be asked. And a number of MPs actually in the House of Commons who are of Asian heritage and have some concerns with what China is doing, they took great offense to what Justin Trudeau was saying, and they actually accused him of playing into China's propaganda. Now, I think Justin Trudeau probably knows what he's doing, which is he's just trying to play partisan games, doesn't want to answer the question directly because it will make him look bad, and then he can turn and say, oh, you're racist, to just try and, make the Conservatives look bad. But not everybody is aware of that fact, that some of the people who are ringing the bell the loudest about problems with China are persons of Asian heritage themselves. And, well, actually, here's the other problem. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Justin Trudeau doesn't actually understand the issue as broadly as I'm giving him credit for. Maybe he does not realize that there are a lot of people who have come to Canada from China, from Hong Kong, places like Taiwan, who really want to talk about some of the problems going on in China, and that it is just not as simple as admiring their basic dictatorship, that there's actually a lot of stuff going on the ground that a lot of people have some concerns about. And I really hope the Prime Minister spends more time listening to those very wise voices.